All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm doing another draft because I'm unsatisfied with the result of the previous one. Let's see. Slumbering Trudge equals to 3 minus X if X is 2 or less enters tapped. So it's a creature that enters play tapped for a while. Bitter Triumph is pretty good. Do I want to just force my way? I don't think this is actually a great Prismari card. Let's see what else. This guy's okay in the Converge deck, but I'm not a big fan of the Converge deck. I think the two best cards in this pack are Bitter Triumph and Unsettled Mockery. And I think that there's more opportunity in black than there is in red. Although, I'm going to take black. I'm not going to force Prismari again. Mathemagics. 2 to the X card, so 2 to the 2 is 4. Is anything good here? No, like Glyph Mage is okay. Primary Research is okay in the Lorehold deck, but I didn't take a Lorehold card to start. Tone Blast is just generally good in red, but if I was going to take red, there's a good chance in Prismari, in which case I want this card. Alright, we'll take the math card, even though I can't do math. And we could always just splash Bitter Triumph in a red deck. Or in a blue deck, I mean. Dina's Guidance, not a big fan of that card. This one's okay. Like, you don't want a lot of creatures in Prismari, but that's a pretty good creature. If it survives one turn, it's great. Other than that, there's no Prismari here. And do I just want to give up on Mathemagics and go into the what's the Golgari one called? I forget. We haven't really seen a whole lot of anything. Killen's Confidence is okay if you're like, no, I'm gonna be black-white aggro. Sure, I'll try the Guidance. I already have a black card. Alright, this is kind of a game-winning card. And no real good Prismari here, so I'm kind of glad to see that. Alright. Not really a whole lot of anything here unless you're Converge. So I guess I'll take the green-black card. That's kind of a good finisher. Let's see, Vigilance. Gain life stuff. Another Killen's Confidence. I'm not losing anything here for Golgari, so I'll take this Killen's Confidence. White-black appears to be open, as does the Golgari. What's it called? I forget. So if I knew I was going to be white-black, I could move in on this Glyph Mage or Imperious Ink Mage. Although I still think I'd rather be black-green. Nice, Witherbloom. There we go. The card told me the name, Witherbloom. Okay. -4/-4 if I gained life. That's supposed to be easy to trigger in the life gain strategy. It's a shame we're shipping Wanderoff and Witherbloom Charm to our left, although I think Witherbloom Charm's the worst charm. I've only cast this card a handful of times in the pre-release. Or no. Yeah, it was in one of my pre-releases. No, it was in a draft. And the only thing I did with it was just sack my own lands to draw cards. This has higher upside, but this just always gets its dude. I'm going to cut the Witherbloom card. I'm going to get another one anyway. Do I want the pest or the charm? I guess the charm, the first charm is harder to get than the first pests. Take this life gain guy. So much Orzhov here. I mean, sorry, Silver Quill. I hope WotC doesn't send the Pinkertons after me. I'll take the Cost of Brilliance. I mean, shoot, is it too late to dive in on this? This card's just okay. It's very aggressive. I'll take the life gain card. I guess 1-0 Indestructible could be good in the sideboard. Like if our opponent's got a board wipe deck, I can save my biggest dude and attack them with it. Ooh, just so much good white-black coming around. Well, not good, but so much white-black. I like having that disenchant creature as a sideboard option. Sideboard. I'm going to move this to my sideboard for now. All right. The red people are going to get hooked up, and there's nothing here for my deck. I guess Foolish Fate. Okay, there's a lot of good black commons and uncommons, which is why I like being open in black. I'm going to take Foolish Fate, even though I could go 6/6 with, it'd be a 6-mana 4/4 that has Trample and Reach. Is that good enough? Just 6-mana 4/4 Trample Reach with a pump effect? No, I want Foolish Fate. Okay, this is like one of the best cards in the set. So we will take Vastlin Scavenger. It's almost kind of like playing Living End. Yes, alright. Good on us for staying committed to forcing green-black after 4 picks. So usually, like, just picking 2 colors and forcing it. Also, by the way, this is great with Dina's Guidance. We can just go get our best card on turn 3 if we have that. And get rid of this Killen's Confidence. Usually forcing a 2-color pair early in a draft isn't good, but when there's only 5 of them, like, the odds double that was the right choice. Especially when if you can just force it, you can just force other people out of it by giving them nothing. You know, Judge Smales, you'll get nothing and like it. Grave Researcher, it's a rare, it's black, it's probably good. Surveil 1, okay, yeah, I splashed this guy in a Lorehold deck once to go 4-0 in Swiss. Also, we have Feed the Swarm, but I'm taking the rare creature. Okay, we got rare dual land, nice. Scholar, if a creature died, draw a card, great. Knockout Maneuver, not as good as this guy, but also great. We're probably going to get one of these back between Knockout Maneuver, Witherbloom Charm, Melancholic Poet, and Wild Hypothesis, or Deathcap Glade, even though that would be kind of wouldn't be as good as some of these, but I'm going to take the Scholar. Comforting Counsel. This is pretty good if you get it down early. Okay, so we got 2 life gain payoff cards. What's the better pick here? Leave your comments down below because I think I mean, we have this guy too. Girl, I guess. This is also a combo card, but I don't think it's as good as these. Although, I mean, both Comforting Counsel and Aryan can just turn an army of like 1/1 pests just into a lethal army very quickly. I'm going to take, how many ways do I have to reliably gain life? Not that many. I'm going to take the Council. There's a world where we end up without a lot of life gain and we can't keep that big guy around. Although I don't know if it's the world that we're living in. I'm going to take a second lieutenant, or second Bogwater Illumerate. This guy is in fact Bogwater in a good way. Studious First Year or Sneering Shade Rider. With these dudes that like pump our team and these benefits for just swinging, I'm going to take the 1/1 over the second 3/3. Yes. All right. And what I've noticed is Witherbloom tends to, I think, has the best gold cards overall. Like, they're pretty much all good. Lorehold has some sketchy 1-mana cards. Group Project and Dig Site Inventory are both really good. This is a strong pack. Why is it suggesting my auto pick's going to be Muse's Encouragement? Haven't they taught this thing about colors yet? And now, because I criticized it, we have to wait. I think I'll take first Bane over second Sneering Shade Rider. Bane of all shopkeepers. He's on life gain theme. We are kind of an aggro deck. I don't think I need another one of these. Zombify. I'm gonna take Zombify. Just straight up like getting Vastlin Scavenger back after they kill it would be great. Trample Indestructible. I think I'll take the... I already had one of those card draw spells. That wasn't that good of a pick. I'm going to take Poet. This tabled? Aryan tabled? There was a black-green player that passed this up? Wow. Inkling Mascot. So just no one in our table really wanted the black-white cards. Well, this is drafting the easy way. Move to sideboard. We'll take the black-green Planeswalker that does everything. Bitter Triumph is pretty good. Might get something back out of this pack even. I don't think Choreographed Sparks is good. I'm going to move my mouse off of it just in case I click on it. Does Dina's Guidance get Planeswalkers? No. Together as One. Got blown out by this at a sealed RCQ. And I only won that match because the opponent mulliganed to Oblivion the next game. So this is draw 2, gain 2, deal 2 if I do no splashing. If I do just a little bit of splashing, it's a draw 3, deal 3, gain 3. I think as much as Bogwar Lumerant is a great card in the Witherbloom deck, I'm going to take Together as One because this card just has no downside. And I am kind of low on top end. I could use a little more. Experiment, look at top 5. All right, so draw a bunch of lands. What does this do? Okay, just the reveal cards. So you get at most 2. All right. I was thinking if they're all land, you get them, but you don't. Deals damage. How much removal do I have? I'll reserve that, but I'm thinking about the Shattered Sanctum for my Together as One. I've got 1. I got that creature, this. Not the most removal. So I think I can pick up another dual land somewhere along the way. Snapple with Death, great. Yeah, fantastic. Last Grasp, another great card. Maybe I'm overrating Zombify. I might not even need that in my deck. Pest Brood Sloth, pretty good. I've already got a bunch of 1 mana plays and not a lot of 4 mana plays. And the Sloth isn't uncommon. This is a common. So I'll take the Sloth. As long as I don't go up against someone that's got 2 like board wipes in their deck, I think this deck's going to be pretty good. All right, End the Hunt or another Scholar. I have a lot of 3s. I'm going to take End the... Well, okay, I've got 1, 2, like 2.6, 3, 4. Call this 4.5 removal spells. This just always gets their biggest thing. I guess I'll take this. I mean, we were spoiled for choice there. Add this card to my sideboard. Ambitious Eater comes back like we thought it would, or Adventurous Eater. She'll eat anything. But Zombify is there for like huge stuff. Deflecting Palm, kind of a crazy card to know that's in the set. Yeah, I guess I'll just take this and get it out of the draft, even though it's not a pod draft. If this was a pod draft, yeah, I'd definitely hate draft that, I think, at that point. I'll take somebody's Ink Mage, even though no one at this table looks like they want it. I could also just make my mana terrible by throwing in a random off-color land to get with Studious First Year for Together as One. I didn't end up with any dual lands. I think the deck is good enough that just taking lost conditions out of it is a real factor. And that's why I really believe you should play 2-color in this format, unless your cards are absolutely insane. And even then, you should probably still just play 2-color, because I haven't really lost to a blue-green deck yet, which is supposed to be the multicolor deck. Uh, and that includes the guy that had Together as one, because 2 out of the 3 games, their mana base just didn't work. 1 out of 3 games, they ran me over with this. So, I mean, that's my sample size. Let's see, group creatures separately. Got to remove 3 cards. I don't think it's any of the creatures. I think it's Cost of Brilliance. I kind of want Witherbloom Charm just because if I don't have a 2-drop, it kills theirs. What's the next worst card? Is it just Together as one? If I don't put a random land in my deck, this is a deal 2, draw 2, gain 2. I mean, that's still fine. That's probably going to kill something. I think I'm okay with this in my deck just for 2. I don't even want to put like a Plains in my deck. I think Plains is the color I would put in, or either Plains or Island. Like, you don't put red in this deck, because then it's obvious the red's not there for anything. Because it's black, red, and black, green are not color combos in this set. What is the worst card here? Might be Sloth, but I'm stuck at 3 and I have like no 4s. I don't think it's this guy. I've really liked this flyer. Because I like vampires. You know, I read a lot of vampire romance novels. Well, the ones I've been reading recently have been about cows. Round number 1 here with Greens, Black, Planeswalkers in draft. I ended up adding the 4-mana 4/4 back to the deck and taking out Witherbloom Charm because I felt like my creature count was low and my removal was still pretty good. We've got a nice curve here, 2, 3, 4. As long as we don't get Thought Seized or something like that. Opponent is also on green. Pretty good draw. I think that means we want to run out the guy that makes a pest on turn 3. We can attack and maybe kill something. All right, there's a really good 3-drop. I'm going to run this out. I guess they both gain life. Perhaps into Essence Scatter mana, I should have run out Shopkeeper's Bane because it's a little bit worse. I still have my life gain spell on track for next turn. I'm going to run out, let's see. What's the best way to play this? I'm going to start with the creature. I feel like the opponent might still be sitting on Counterspell or something. Although the negate spell only would cost 2 if I had instant or sorcery. What I'm hoping next turn... Okay, yeah, there's Bee Colony. Nice. If I played my Planeswalker, it would have been taking damage from this. Granted, it would have been at 7 or 5. Man, they just give Planeswalkers so much loyalty now. I miss when they all came in with 3 and they only +1 because you could actually attack them sometimes. Not that I'm complaining about my hand. If the opponent gives us a target to kill, then I think I would definitely attack, play this. But they didn't. I don't care about this thing right now. It's a 1/1. Let's run out our creature. The Planeswalkers are better behind a board of creatures. And he didn't have Essence Scatter for this 3-drop. Oh, he's got Essence Scatter for this 3-drop. And if the colony gets too big, I can just shoot it down with Last Grasp. Okay, the colony has grown. Alright, let's see how he attacks. Alright, I'm fine with that. I will take 3, then I'll finish it off with the Poisoner's Apprentice next turn. So the Witherbloom deck, it's a little bit more setup cost than, say, the Silverquill deck, because you have to gain life for a lot of these cards to be good, whereas the Silverquill deck, you pretty much just have to play cards from your hand, and that's all it takes. Alright, so now we're ahead on board, and we can drop a Planeswalker. Nice, our opponent doesn't even know about the Planeswalker. Against a deck full of Essence Scatters, I might want one of these Cost of Brilliances to just keep the cards coming. So what do we take out? Maybe I can take out this Root Manipulation just to keep the cards flowing, although, yeah, this doesn't draw any cards. It's kind of just an aggro finisher. This is good in like a go wide situation, but our opponent was controlling our board somewhat. Try that. Got a decent hand here, 2 removal spells, enough land. Mono black. Alright, that's a good curve out. Sort of. Now you gotta be careful with this Grave Researcher. When I first read it, I thought it said you gain life equal to the mana value, but you actually lose life equal to the mana value. The mono black streak continues. We just need our Great Merchant of Asphodel. Yeah, so anyway, I was playing a sealed RCQ and I reanimated a 5-mana dragon and took 5. I didn't lose the game, but I'd forgotten it dealt damage to me. Let's just kill their mana creature here. I don't care about paying life. Shopkeeper's Bane, a little late to the party. Well, he's really early to the party. He showed up before the forest. This guy, he needs some setup to get going, though. You need some stuff to die beforehand. But we do get to surveil 1 every turn if he lives. You like to see that. Don't need any more swamps. Nice, I will take a forest. Now we can play out the Shopkeeper's Bane. If it gets Essence Scattered, then we have one of the 3 creatures required to make this prepared. It doesn't. The opponent has Bee Colony, Cuboid Colony, Cuboid Colony. I always felt like this should have Death Touch. I mean, these look like bees. You would think a bee would have Death Touch because, you know, they sting. Like Hornet Queen. I guess those are hornets. I guess they're different from bees. So maybe these are like those European honeybees that instead of stinging, they make cubes. Wild hypothesis. All right, so unfortunately, in the hunt's not even going to kill this 4 mana or this 4 power token. But I do have my my vampire. Okay, he bashes with the flyer. No blocks. Don't need any more forests or lands at all. Melancholic Poet, that's pretty that's I don't know if this card should even be in our deck. Send with the Bane. If it dies, it dies. It does not die. We play our Twilight Man. I haven't been super impressed with blue-green yet in the format. The opponent needs to rattle off a chain of the 6/6s like right now. Cape, they battle with me. Terrafractal, all right. Okay, so now if I'm given the chance, I'm going to trade with the Cuboid Colony because then I can end the hunt Terrafractal. Nope, opponent's wise to us. Okay. We can take out their board here. Well, most of it. Let's just attack and see what they do. Nice. We'll go ahead and the hunt. Not overly impressed with our board state, but at least we got rid of their flyers. And we still have a removal spell that's going to hit anything. Seven mana for Mind into Matter, okay. Alright, I guess that's fair. Yeah, okay, this is the kind of card you need to make blue-green good. Shopkeeper's Bane, that could have been worse. I want to save this. So I'm just going to attack. If they play out another creature, I can Foolish Fate, trigger my Melancholic Poet, and then, oh wait, no, this is the different one. Alright. Oh, crud. Well, I misread which card I had. I thought this was the -4/-4 creature. That was my fault. I don't think I would have blocked it, but now I can't attack next turn. I'll take the 4 from Shopkeeper's Bane, and we'll see if we get a better target for this Foolish Fate. I also kind of want to give myself a chance to draw a Life Gain Matters card. Colony, who cares? Well, I might care. Hydro Channeler, that's not very good. Might kill that. Yeah, I think I should kill the flyer. I'm going to do it on my turn, though. I might draw a Life Game Matters card. Dina's Guidance, okay. Take out the flyer. Get some life gain going. So next turn, if I draw the right land, I can't play my busted 3-drop. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I already have a blocker for Shopkeeper's Bane. I can't block the bees. I'm going to cast Dina's Guidance on the opponent's end step. I wish I had one more forest though, because the guy I really want to draw costs 2 forests. Is it worth it? That's a good card. Well, this might be too little too late. This guy's an army in a can. What do I even want here? I don't have the mana for Vastlin Scavenger. I think I have to get the Sloth. Hand. Well, I would have drawn the mana. And this guy's a little bit of a combo. Why is it asking me that now? All right. It started asking me to spend all my mana manually. All right, I still need a removal spell for this Emil, because Emil makes a creature every turn. I kind of want the Sloth to die because then I can start getting life loss triggers. Yeah. All right, we need a removal spell. I'll take Cost of Brilliance. Target myself, and I guess I'll target the reach creature. I could draw my rare, so I'm leaving 2 green open. All right, can I gain life? No, I can't gain life this turn. Do I want to attack? I should have thought about this before I did everything else. I will attack. Opponent can make a chump blocker, and then just chump block. That's a waste of their mana. This creature blocks this creature. This creature blocks anything. He doesn't want to lose his bees, I bet. So that leaves chump with Hydro Channeler or take 5. Okay. All right. Sure. I'll take 2 creatures, even though it's really more like 1. So now I get these guys. These guys are a big problem, and I can gain life. And this turns on my life gain for this guy. And this is actually the -4/-4 creature now. I think that was a mistake. I think he should have built up his board. Their board. I don't know if Spizgatti is a, he or she or they or an it. Ooh. You like to see that. All right, that pretty much, I think, will take care of the game. Unless opponent has another Essence Scatter. These attack to gain, so this is going to grow before damage. Fantastimundo. Fantastico. Telemundo. Pest mascot. This would be kind of a bad mascot. If I was playing a sport and this was the mascot, I don't know if I'd be happy with that. I'd probably just try not to look at it. It looks like it would eat the fans. So I think he meant to make a token before blocks and chump block one of these. Or trade with this. Yeah, so unless our opponent has an instant to cast here, I think they accidentally passed too much priority. Yeah, see, they should have done this and traded with the Death Toucher. Gain some more life. Kill your remaining creature. I'm kind of surprised we're surviving the opponent drawing 5. They deduce. They spend the clue. All right, we win the match, 1-0. All right, round number 2. We have won the die roll, and we have to mulligan. All right, this hand needs a forest badly. If it gets one, we're in business. So I'll keep. Together as one can go back. All right, we're up against another blue gamer, and we draw. I think I can take this card out of the deck. It's not impressing me so far. I haven't had any situations where I thought it would be good. Opponent's on blue mana. We are on black mana. Hey, you love to see that. So let's get our biggest thing in play first. All right. They didn't even think about Essence Scatter. Opponent was just F6'd. So I think next turn we can maybe hit him with the Bog Water. Like, I just haven't noticed. Our deck doesn't seem like it has the propensity to go really wide. This is like almost a card I think you could splash in a white-black, like, sealed deck. A lot of sealed games come down to just, like, 2 players. They each have 10 creatures in play and nobody can attack, and this would break that. Okay, opponent plays Elemental Mascot, which dodges my removal. In my previous video, I talked mad trash about this card, so we'll see if I eat my words here. Okay, play our life gain. Smash. There is a -1/-1 in this set, so the opponent is taking a risk by blocking here, but the opponent's just a Giga Chad. They don't care about removal spells. And if I do that again next turn, I could hold up Last Grasp. Or I could just Last Grasp the 4/3. Kind of hope they attack. Oh, it has Vigilance. Never mind. Okay, how do I want to play this turn? I think I want to play the Sloth, gain the life, and send the Troll. And given the choice, I think I would take out the 4/3. This I can maybe kill. Maybe that was a bad attack. Yeah, maybe I should have respected my go wide card, although this, the Sloth also kind of enables the go wide card. I don't know, I kind of wanted to, I want to get something out of their hand before I play Vastlin Scavenger, because I think if I play this and then mill it, I have a good chance to win. Strife Scholar, okay. No attack from our opponent. Now I can hold up Last Grasp here. Wonder if I should attack. Should have thought of that bet before playing creatures. I have a tendency to just play my stuff and then attack, which is really bad. You don't want to do that in limited. I think I'm okay if these trade. I'm not going to attack. Opponent doesn't seem like they're holding on to anything, though. They're shipping priority really fast. If this is an instant or sorcery, I'm going to shrink it. I don't think they have anything else. Because last turn, they just F6'd. I thought about attacking last turn, trying to bait out a pump spell. They have another mascot. Alright, now I get to activate my scavenger. I did play against someone at the pre-release who didn't activate their scavenger. I think you just always activate this card if you can. It's such a good spell. Do I want the bog water? I haven't gained any life. Oh no, this isn't the life gain thing. How much does my hand currently care about gaining life? I'll put the Death Touch guy in play. Oh, I should have attacked, darn it. I was thinking, okay, that was a horrible turn sequence. Let's try to tighten up. You do have to play well to win in limited. It's not like constructed where your deck can just pick up game wins for you. Well, it is, but you know, in a different way. Reach, okay. And a Muse Seeker. So the opponent's some sort of hybrid between Prismari aggro and Prismari instants and sorceries. And like I've talked about, I think at length, you want to be one or the other. Should I just make my board massive and ship? See, this is no longer prepared. Yeah, you know what? Before our opponent can untap and deal 2 to everything, let's just ship. This is a lot of damage. I don't think I played this game very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 16, 20. They have to block something. And the less they block, the more, you know, crap they're taking. Really? Oh, I have Menace too. Yeah, that was... Okay. Nice. Alright, it's just Awaken the Ages. Good. I was worried they'd have the 5 mana spell that's either deal 6 to something, deal 2 to everything, or make a 3/3. In which case I would lose 2 of my creatures. It wouldn't have been the worst. And it's only creatures you don't control, by the way. Alright, I can double spell after this. And I'm going to draw a card at the end of the turn. So I'm okay kind of just blowing my cards here. And by the way, the opponent's going to take a lot of damage from this Foolish Fate. Alright, didn't play that game great, but the deck was good enough to carry us. Let's see, do I want Witherbloom Charm? It only kills 2 or less. They didn't have a lot of those. Is there anything I do want? I don't really like 2 toughness against them. Although, I mean, I feel like this card's kind of good. This guy's good if you know you're going to attack constantly, but I might not want to. But, I mean, I pretty much could have been attacking with this every turn that game. Shopkeeper's Bane, I really only want it for life gain. It's not very good against them. They have like a 3-2. They have 2-2 tokens. But, let's see. Let's try... See, if I take the Shopkeeper's Bane out, it makes my life gain stuff worse. I guess I'll bring the Eater in over Shopkeeper's Bane. We'll try it. Maybe I'll go back next game. Like, in a world of 2-2s, the 4-2 just is not impressive, and we have to mulligan again. I'll keep that. Put back, I believe, a land. Like this, it doesn't gain life every turn, but it at least gains life on a critical point that we might need it. And it makes something big enough to maybe attack through their 1-4. Last graph, that's pretty good. Okay, I think I just kill this before they get to start using it. I'm going to assume this is in their deck because they can use it. Although I would have liked this, if you watch my last draft, this would have been a good creature in my Prismari control deck. You don't want any creatures in that deck unless they draw cards. Or if they're just ridiculous. Okay, well, maybe we can do nothing. Maybe the opponent can do nothing and we can curve into our Planeswalker. They did not F6 that time, but they still didn't have Essence Scatter. They Prismari Charm to draw 2, or draw 1. Surveil 2. I have been impressed with Prismari Charm. I think it's pretty good. Prismari Charm bridges, it's like the glue that holds the Prismari control decks together. Okay. Now we can just Planeswalker them. Destroy creature. I'm not going to attack in case they have a haste thing. I don't remember how much haste is in the set. There's like the horse. There's a 3/3 that loots. There's a rare 3/2 that destroys non-basic lands. I'm not going to give him the chance to do either. Why wouldn't you draw 4? Oh, it deals to Planeswalkers too. Okay. Well, at least we got their broken rare out of their hand, and they didn't draw 4 on us. I mean, it was a 2-for-1, but that card is a 4-for-1 sometimes. So I see now why they're Prismari. Page. I don't know what to think of this card. I like this card could be good, so I'm not gonna say it's bad. I just don't get it. Attack. Play my biggest thing. I don't know if I should be continuing to add to the board or not. Alright, cool. Homesickness. That's what they're doing with their mana. Homesickness is a good one. That could bridge them into their next broken spell. Like, the Prismari decks are really about the massive spells. It's about Homesickness. It's about Splatter Technique. It's about that one that deals, you know, like X to everything. Yeah, it's about stuff like this. Alright, does he have anything to cast with it? Rapturous Moment, okay. Yeah, it's about this is how you Prismari. It's not with like 3 mana 3/2s. 3 mana 3 mana 3 2s. 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 3 And the worst part is, if he kills all this stuff, it's going to be his turn, so I'm not even going to get my Scholar trigger. What did he discard? Discarded Soloist. He's just casting Quick Study. That's okay. Soloist Island is what he discarded. I mean, I'm going to kill this just because it's huge. He's got enough mana. Vibrant Outburst. All right. I would actually kind of prefer he left the Scholar alive. Foolish Fate. Get in there. Let's see. I got 1, 2. Only 2 creatures for my Researcher. Stress Dream, I get some pests. But he also gets to basically draw 2. When you don't need a land, discarding a land is like drawing 2. It's like drawing a card. Alright, that did turn on my Scholar. Do I just have lethal here? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I've got lethal. If opponent does not have counter or bounce or something, everything is menace. Okay. Yeah, alright. I didn't want to waste all my time. Alright, thanks for not making me resolve all these triggers. I basically had Pest Storm. Alright, 2-0. Alright, final game. We're going to avenge my previous leagues. 2-1, get a 3-0 here. This hand... So, my thing in Limited is I like to just keep anything with 2 to 5 lands. Because, yes, this hand looks terrible if we're judging it by constructed standards. But if I just draw 3 straight non-land cards, then I'm in great shape. I mean, how many games of Limited have you hit 5 land drops in a row? It's pretty common. So it doesn't necessarily doesn't matter what order I draw those cards in. Let's get a land out of our deck, because I don't have any life gain anyway. I don't have a way to trigger this soon, so I'm not that concerned about it. And I have 2 like mass team grow spells in this deck. I probably only need 1. Haha. Joke's on you. I don't care about discarding cards right now. Well, in the hunt, just kind of whatever. If he blocks, he loses 2. And loses his life gain. Okay. In the hunt, hopefully gets something good. I could deal with some life gain. I'll tell you what. Alright, so end of the hunt, end of the hunt doesn't actually go after this Strixhaven Sky Coach. This is a card I have not seen much of, so it could be very good. Crew 2, fortunately. Alright, see, it's turn 5. I've played all my lands. Turn 4, I've played all my lands, and I have no lands left in my hand. So really, this was like a fine keep. It turned out that way. Now, it could have turned out that I drew a bunch of lands and lost the game, but the same thing can happen when you mold a 6. The only thing that's guaranteed when you mold a 6 is you have 6 cards instead of 7. Guess I should have played Comforting Counsel. Black-White has disenchant cards. Not many, but it does have them. I think it's just council. I don't have any way to gain life right now. And that's another forest. I'm going to entice my opponent. In case they have more discard, I'm just going to leave that in hand. Going to entice my opponent to activate Strixhaven Skycoach. Why is this triggering? It was a 2/2. Oh, you know why it's triggering? Because they shrunk it. Alright, we did a small amount of damage to the opponent. I wish I would draw a spell that costs more than 2 mana. I think I will just Bitter Triumph their Skycoach if they attack with it. But honestly, from their perspective, I think attacking for 2 and gaining 2 is better than attacking for 3 and gaining 0. That's what they decide. They cost of Brilliance. Let's just not allow that to happen. Hopefully they don't have the indestructible spell. I can't believe we're fighting over a pest token right now, but that's the direction the game has gone. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, we missed a little gameplay there. I had to step away from my computer for a moment. But I also just realized our opponent is Reed Duke, so that's pretty cool. So they're pretty much dunking all over me this turn. They have Killen's Confidence. Yeah, so they're kind of running away with this game. I mean, I flooded out. This hand was a risk. We played, to give you some context, we played Essence Knit Scholar, and they Locust Sprayed it, which I think this is a good card. I think you should put it in your black decks. Okay, we have Vampire Man. Oh, the dog's barking. The dog knows Reed Duke is in the building. I'm just gonna keep hanging on to this land. So they have Killen's Confidence in their hand. I'm gonna need to get kind of lucky to win this game. They haven't really done much either, though. I mean, the opponent, Reed, is basically in the same position we're in, that they haven't really drawn much of anything. They have a lot of discard. That's important to remember. Maybe we can edit our sideboard appropriately. If I could just draw like one good card, I might be able to win. Maybe. So they hit the Confidence. They crew the Strixhaven Skycoach. I don't know. I think I would attack with this, give yourself a chance to draw a creature, and then block with the Skycoach, maybe. Because my creatures are terrible. I haven't had a creature better than a 1/1 this entire game. Yeah, they come to the same conclusion I did. They basically drew 2 cards this turn. And we've drawn more lands. I guess I'll play that one out. Keep sending. I mean, I could hold these back and block, then he attacks with the Skycoach. So, I mean, like, I don't know. Because he's got Killen's Confidence up. I don't have a removal spell for it. And the reason I'm not ending the hunt is because it'll only kill a token. Like, he's drawn up to 6 cards. What are the odds he can't play a creature and crew the Skycoach? I don't think the odds are good. You have to squeeze every last ounce of value out of your cards in limited. Like, if I could just draw my Scavenger or my Planeswalker or, like, anything. Okay, opponent has removal, Locust Spray, card draw, Last Grasp. All right, this Last Grasp and Foolish Fate are good to know about if I'm going to bring in my own Cost of Brilliance. Why is he growing my pest? Is this the real Reed Duke? That play didn't make sense to me. Am I missing something here? I mean, I guess now I can end the hunt on a 1/1. Is that what I want to do? No. Why are they trading? What am I missing? Okay. On this creature? Okay. I guess I saved my pest. Why'd they do this before? I mean, I guess I know why they did it. I'm still not gonna end the hunt the token. What a horrible game. Yeah, if anyone can explain the last couple plays they made, other than this is like someone else pretending to be Reed Duke, or they're doing the, I don't know, the play bad challenge or something. Maybe they're doing the can you defeat Brandon Law with just a pest token challenge, and they're winning it right now. They draw another card. Maybe they'll deck themselves. All right, they finally drew a real creature, and they get to return something. It's only a 1/1, so not the biggest. Dina's Guidance. There we go. Take care of this Osteomancer after it got to use its ability. They'll probably crew their thing. Yep. Not going to attack. And now I can go get, let's say, a Scavenger. I mean, is their hand just all removal? Do they just have like 3 good removal spells in their hand? And so they don't even want to use it on 1/1s? Probably. What can I even get here? Now they have 2 of these. I guess that's why they were okay letting it die, because they had the regrow guy. Okay, I'll go to block and I'll trade with the pest. So, no, because what I could do is get my Death Toucher. Nah, okay. I'm not even going to show them I have Dina's Guidance, I think. Well, how dead are we? Yeah, I'm going to concede the game. I don't think I can win from here. Kind of like this. I kind of like Witherbloom Charm. If they're going to do stuff like Killen's Confidence on a tiny creature, I guess I like Witherbloom Charm. That's also in play. Cost of Brilliance is in play if they ever tap out. Eater's just in play in general. What do I not want? I think against them I can take out cards that don't do much, like First Year. I don't know. I think I still want the upside of Comforting Counsel. Like, if I actually gain life, this card's quite good. Together as One seems good against them. They don't have anything that big. Mm, Melancholic Poet. I got 1, 2, 3. Melancholic Poet, I don't have that many ways to trigger. 4, 5. Okay, I guess Poet can come out, and I just want things that are going to help me get cards back. Ostomancer. All right, this has Planeswalker. I'll keep. Doesn't have any green yet. I mean, this has rare, mythic, very good common, just needs a green land. So the important thing to remember when you're playing Magic, especially against someone way better than you, or if you think you're at a disadvantage because your deck is bad, or your deck is worse than theirs, or they have a great deck against you, or you're just afraid they're a better Magic player, is the game is still very random. Just do your best. The cards don't know who's playing them. Just try to make the correct play. They could always get mana flooded. Let's just kill this now. Because like the newest player on Earth could beat the best player in the world if the best player in the world just got stuck on 2 lands. However, I need a forest. Send in the pests. I guess ditch our double green card for now. Lecturing Scourge Mage. Okay. Well, at least I can regrow a card. That's why I brought this card in, because I had a feeling like these games are going to drag out. Although rebuying a double green card I can't even cast, not the best play. Although it's better than this creature dying and doing nothing. Killen's Confidence, okay. If I just get a green mana, I can deal with this. How sick would a green mana be next turn, by the way? No blocks. Do they pay? Yes, they pay the cost. Also, did Reed miss a land drop? Yep. Ugh. Return to hand. Play land. Now this creature doesn't have a purpose other than just to help me not lose the game. So I'm going to block. They have like put two counters on a creature. If that's the case, well, I can't block this. It'll be 5/5. Little bit stinky. Biggest match I've ever had on my channel, and we're getting mana screwed. Gain a life. All right, so if they grapple with the past me, which is probably what they have. No, I think if they had grappled the past, they would have done it. Let's see. What do they have? There's +1/+0 indestructible, but I don't think Reed would put that card in his deck. There's just a bunch of straight up terminates, which don't matter because they would have done that before combat. And they have Killen's Confidence in hand, and they chose not to cast it. I'm just going to take the high risk, high reward play of blocking this. If these trade, I'm pretty happy. All right, they traded. I might have gotten a free kill on the pest there. Whatever. All right, New Dean. This has flying, by the way. And he gets to return something to the battlefield. All right. So Together is one. Okay. Unfortunate. I think this deck was pretty good. I just kind of drew two unplayable hands here. I mean, they didn't look unplayable, but they ended up being that. Well, the first one wasn't that good. Okay, I could have mulliganed game one, but would you really mulligan this in my shoes? I mean, all you need is a green mana source, and this deck, this hand was amazing. All right, if I draw a Swamp here, I'm about to hit my opponent with the filthiest Together as one of all time, and then die. If I play this, go to 10, they attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so that's no good. I think what I have to do is kill. So what if I kill the flyer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's lethal. Okay, I have to Together is 1. Target player draws X. Damage to that. Pay 6. Done. Look at all that mana. Look at all those colors. But I don't think even this is good enough. Are they saving it? They saved their creature for my Together as one for... No, I should have splashed the planes, and I could have done it for 3, maybe. No. Alright, good games. Alright, well, unfortunately we lost to Reed Duke. Those hands I think would have lost to most Magic players. Shoot, I wanted to get a 3-0 for the channel, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.